Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to Southpaw's Tales from the Bar Stool every week, Wednesday o'clock at 8 o'clock. You can find us right here.
Wednesday o'clock.
Wednesday o'clock.
Perfect.
So you might notice, if you really pay attention, this is season 2, episode 14, and the last one that aired was season 2, episode 12. It's because I just realized about 30 minutes ago that I put episode 6 on 2 different episodes.
Oh.
So now I get to go through every single one of your favorite
gun.
podcasting platforms and YouTube and
fix
relabel everyone from. And it's not as simple as it seems. It's kind of a pain in the dick.
Sounds about
But,
right. Yeah.
We are pre-recording tonight. I do work. I'm working night shift right now. Kat has to. She's on call.
I'm on call, so I can't drink.
So we're doing a non-alcoholic drink. I'll let her tell you about that in just a second. If you do want to comment, we still pay attention to everybody's comments, whether it's live or after the fact. Make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook so we can see your name. If not, we're just gonna ignore you. I'm not going to start calling you names anymore. I'm just
How
gonna ignore
dare
you.
you?
That's fine. They should know by now. And if you're new, figure it out.
We're gonna call you Bear Fucker. I don't care.
So make sure that you do tongue punch that share button's fart box.
Yeah, you're going to
Consensually.
abuse that like button like Johnny Depp did Amber Heard.
But
Consensually.
consensually abused.
Consensually.
So tonight we're just going to be talking about a lot of various topics that people have asked us to cover. Generally, we never do anything as far as current events, but we're going to be covering some of the stuff that's been on the news recently. We're going to stay away from the politics. We're going to stay away from the drama.
We're just going to give a couple of our opinions on a couple of situations in Hollywood. Then we're going to move on to maybe shows that we've been watching recently.
Some movies,
Give you our insight
I really want to recommend as well.
Without giving too much away, we're
No
gonna do that.
spoilers.
No
We're not that
spoilers.
guy.
No spoilers. No. So we're just gonna wrap it, man. We're gonna free flow. We're gonna
Just
make
conversation. That's all we're
man.
going to do.
Yeah, man.
So tell us about our drink, our non-alcoholic drink.
So I made us a smoothies. So I took these frozen strawberries that I had. I cut up some fresh strawberries, fresh bananas. I put some Cool Whip in there to add that like nice little creaminess. Unsweetened vanilla almond milk and ice and blended it up.
It's fucking scrumptious.
Thank you.
So if you go back to the episode that Richard Kaufman was our guest last season, I tried to make smoothies for us, and when I went to put some sugar in it to sweeten it, I accidentally put like a fucking cup of salt.
Salts, yes.
So
that didn't quite work out like either one of us anticipated.
So yeah, even though we've tried to do smoothies on the show before, this is the first time we've actually been able to enjoy a smoothie on the show.
I would say mine is better than yours. Because there's no salt in it. I did add a little bit of sugar, but since I am like trying to watch what I eat, I didn't add a lot. I hope you like it.
So it was good. Without further ado, I'm gonna get through the sponsors real quick so we can
do it, man. I'm just gonna be sitting here enjoying my smoothie.
Well, first and foremost, as always, our main sponsor is 5x5 Brewing Company. They're a battle-born, Texas-made veteran brewing company based in Mission, Texas, co-founded by Army veteran George Rice. With beers like the 40mm Stout, Brunette Bombshell, and Fubar, it's no surprise this brewery is taking over the Texas markets from the Valley to the Coastal Bend. They're about to be in El Paso. They've gotten all the way up to the Hill Country, Bryan College Station. By the end of 2022, they are going to be completely statewide for the state of Texas. They are now getting into select specs. You can find them in Total Wines, HEB Pluses, places like that. So make sure that you ask your local bar, restaurant, or grocer to start carrying 5x5 Brewing Company. You can get more information about them at 5x5brewing.com, facebook.com/5x5brewing. Call them directly at 956-445-5421 or email them at info@5x5brewing.com. And our next sponsor is OMOG Construction, founded by Marine vet Seth Knox and Matt Anders. They're general contractors servicing the greater Houston area with a focus on concrete. No job too big or too small, from residential and commercial to industrial foundations and pads. OMOG Construction has you covered. They don't just do typical sidewalks. I mean, it's actually really ornate stuff, very complicated stuff. If you're looking for that, give them a call or reach out to them at omogco.com, facebook.com/omogco. That's Omako. or Instagram OMOGCO. That stands for One Mexican, One Wedo. And if you don't know, Wedo is Hispanic slang for white dude.
So you just missed like a whole like odyssey over here on my side of the table just right now. I was eating my strawberry. What? I got brain freeze.
I saw you get brain freeze.
I got brain freeze.
I'm
Well,
trying to
then
be
I'm
a goddamn
eating
professional and keep this shit going.
So I don't. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Damn. So then I got like a freaking chunk of strawberry in my teeth. So I'm like, I didn't think about the strawberry thing and being on camera. So then I'm like trying to pick it out without anyone seeing. And then I set the strawberry down like I'm not doing that. And then I'll look at the strawberry like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat it. So I ate it anyway. So I probably have a bunch of like strawberry in my teeth. And yeah, this is not Pretty Woman. I don't carry floss with me everywhere. So there you go. You're just gonna have to deal with strawberry in my teeth. I don't care anymore. But it was a nice little progression over here. I had my own little story going on.
There was such an easy Julia Roberts big mouth joke and floss, and it was too easy. I couldn't take it. But and of course our editing and distribution done all after the live is done by Knucklehead Media Group, founded by Marine veteran Stephen
You've never been one to back away from an easy shot. What are you talking about? Like you're about
It was too easy.
Oh,
it was too easy.
Like your mom.
Oh, sick burn. But Knucklehead Media Group covers all your podcasting and media needs, from audio and video editing to strategy planning and global online distribution. This professional team of experts takes your idea and makes it a reality while providing the knowledge and experience to help you grow and grow your audience and reach. You can get them at knucklehead.agency. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are all Knucklehead MG, no spaces, no underscores, anything like that. They've been helping us out, and from season 1 to season 2, our growth using them has grown well over 860 some odd %.
Yeah, man. So now we have 8 people.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. 8 people. But yeah, if you do have a podcast, you're looking to grow it, grow your reach, get some questions answered. Learn how to
grow
talk.
your reach and get your answers questioned.
Yes, learn how to speak, public speaking, all that good stuff. Reach out to those guys. They're a lot more someone than us. I feel bad for
someone's got to be.
I feel bad for their editors having to listen to everyone.
You knew what you signed up for. You
I don't think
bastards. They have no idea.
I don't think they knew what they signed up for.
idea.
But yeah, definitely reach out to those guys and gals over there at Knucklehead Media.
Mm-hmm.
So
awesome. The Hodge-Podge begins.
The Hodge-Podge of topics and our stupid opinions of each one.
Hi.
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? You still have strawberry on your.
I told you. Ow!
See, got it.
It fell off and went in my tongue.
See, that's what happens when you're married.
He has callus. His callus is like floss. Like I got it. Ugh. I felt his skin in between my teeth.
My beef jerky fingertips.
I felt your skin in between my teeth. I never thought I would say that out loud.
That's not the first time.
In between my teeth. Yeah, we're not gonna go there. Draw me a stick figure of that later, because I like stick figures.
So let's go ahead and. So it's been probably about a month and a half since the Oscars. We have never discussed the Chris Rock, Will Smith thing. So I kind of want to keep this brief because
Yeah, it's been lovingly referred to as Slapgate. I thought the slap heard around the world would have been better, but whatever. Slapgate it is. So I didn't know any fucking backstory regarding Chris Rock and Will Smith. I knew they knew each other since like Will's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air days. You know, I knew that. They're both comedians. So
one of them's funny.
Yeah, one of them's funny. The other one, no. So I was wondering if there was like a backstory behind that. And there is slightly. I mean, it wasn't really anything major. It was just the fact that Chris Rock kind of poked fun at them back in 2016 during the Oscars again, when Will Smith, Spike Lee, and Jada Pinkett were on this whole like #Oscar so white, and they were like boycotting it because they felt like Black people weren't winning as many awards for whatever reason. They thought it was systemic racism. That's what it was, systemic racism. And I guess Rock like called him out, saying like, asking Jada like, well, when your husband went mad and went crazy and boycotted everything, and Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. And I loved it. And I was like, yeah, that's probably it. They're just mad they weren't invited for whatever reason. So that's really, there's not a lot there. There really wasn't like this buildup where it was almost like he had it coming. I mean, the comments were jokes. He's a comedian. So what do you think?
I really feel bad for I mean, obviously Chris Rock handled it like a fucking champ.
Mm-hmm.
He took the hit like
Classy,
a champ.
didn't
and
call him
then
out
he just kept
afterwards.
going.
Yeah, man.
But at first I was making fun of Will Smith, you know, especially with how he's a cuckold and he likes watching his wife getting railed and all that other shit.
Yeah, that's what cuckold is.
Yeah, thank you.
That was redundant.
Well, I was going on in case people didn't fucking know. So let me say what I was gonna say.
Got it.
Let me get back on track now.
Got it.
So I kind of feel bad for him though at this point because there's obviously something in his mental health to where he has let Jada just completely take over every decision in his life.
I know. Abandonment issues. His dad left when he was a kid, just abandoned him and his family. And I think he's got abandonment issues. So I think someone loves me. I'm going to hold on to that regardless of how shitty they are to me because I don't want them to leave. I bet it's abandonment issues. I am diagnosing him right here on Southpaw's Tales.
Because we're goddamn professionals. That's what we diagnose. But seriously, it's, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, yeah, he has, it's that old saying where it's like you can have everything in the world and still be depressed and sad. And he's the poster child for that at this point, where the guy was on top of the world as far as music goes and movies and TV.
He was everywhere. Yeah, he was everywhere. That is for sure.
And you see how he raises. I'm not trying to talk about how he is as a parent, but how he raises his children, letting them make their own mistakes and choices and stuff like that. But it's very counterintuitive with what you would expect from how he got where he was.
Yeah, that's true.
And to see the very swift downfall that's happened over the last 3 or 4 years with Will Smith, it's just and it all has to deal with that evil fucking cunt Jada.
Oh my God. He made his own gosh darn decision. Yeah, she did like basically give him the look, but he walked up he's a grown-ass man. He's a grown-ass man. So I don't know if you know what his punishment was. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. The board decided that there's a 10-year punishment from the date of April 8th of 2022. There's a 10-year span where he is not permitted to attend any Academy events or programs in person or virtually, including but not limited to the Academy Awards. So any Academy Award event, any Academy anything, no. For 10 years.
If it weren't for shit like that, would anybody even watch the Oscars?
And I believe they did take his Oscar, that current Oscar that he won for his performance in the King Charles. So do you think that was too harsh? Do you think it was fine? Do you think they went overboard to set an example? What do you think?
I honestly have zero opinion on his punishment whatsoever. I think that he needs to quit making excuses and actually come out and publicly apologize to Chris and say, yo, man, you shouldn't have said that shit about my wife. But the way I reacted was fucked up.
Oh my God. And I'm so sorry.
And where I reacted
I am
was
so sorry. We never even brought up why he got slapped, why Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. In case you're living under a rock and don't know, the reason Will Smith slapped Chris Rock is because Chris Rock said that Jada Pinkett Smith, who's bald, basically, has her head shaved real close, said that she was going to be, hey, looking forward to the next G.I. Jane 2 starring Jada Pinkett Smith. It was a joke, obviously, because she shaves her head. She has alopecia. He didn't know. And even people with alopecia, like, it's not like all of them are like, oh, how dare you? You know, how the fuck was he supposed to know? I didn't know that. So Jada Pinkett, so Will Smith actually laughed. Jada Pinkett was like not impressed. She looks at her husband. The next thing you know, Will Smith's walking his happy ass up there and slapping him across the face. And then said, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. And
then the Oscars said,
everyone thought it was a joke up
keep
until
our
that point.
awards off your shelf.
That's funny.
But I don't know. People are too goddamn sensitive in general these days, and I just had to have a talk with our oldest son because he surprised us out of the blue and decided he wanted to join ROTC, and he goes to Paris Island next week, and then a couple other
this weekend. Actually, he leaves this weekend.
A couple other places. I had to have a talk with him today about like, hey, they're gonna do. There's different names of it as far as a Shark Tank, Shark Attack, Snake Pit, but basically where a bunch of instructors come at you from every direction, screaming at you, trying to break you. They're gonna find. I told them like they're gonna find one physical defect about you: your nose, your ears, your eyes, a freckle, a mole, your cowlick, something, and they're just going to go ape shit on it, and they're trying to break you. But it's to build you up.
Was it your cowlick? That was very specific. Was it your cowlick that they
Oh
went after?
no, it was my underweightism.
Oh, beanpole.
Yeah, I had to get a waiver to get in the military because I was too light. Like, I weighed 100.
Rub it in.
I weighed 117 pounds when I joined the Air Force.
So that's what they kept talking about. Then Isaac got it too. Isaac was tiny too at the time. So they must have harassed him about his weight
they
too.
I mean, they didn't hate. They just absolutely destroyed your confidence for it. But it's also to build you up. It's like you learn to take that shit.
You got to take them down to bring them back up.
Society in general needs to learn to take that shit. But I had to have that conversation with my 14-year-old. I'm like, yeah, they're deliberately gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, man.
And break you down.
I've been doing it for 14 years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Luckily, we always pick on them, so because that's our parenting style. You know, we're gonna call you a piece of shit, but we're gonna do it creatively. No, we don't call him a piece of shit, but we definitely.
It's the neg, where it sounds like a compliment. It's really. We nag our kids. I'm just kidding.
One of these guys is gonna call us CPS.
No, they're not. We're just playing.
So the other thing that's going on in the news more recently, and I haven't watched.
I didn't tell you my opinion of this sentencing.
Oh,
chill the fuck out, man. We're not ready to move on yet. I think it was too harsh. I think that maybe they did it to set an example, but I think 10 years is a very long time. He already had to give his award back, so that, and then he lost like 4 different contracts for upcoming movies. So he got his, trust me.
And he got shit that was syndicated, pulled off the air on most streaming places.
So I think it was excessive, but like I said, maybe they were just trying to set an example. But is it also
a wake-up call for him to be like, hey, you need to fucking square your shit away?
No, because he never even apologized. Not fully, not really.
Oh, he's celeb apologized.
And then Jada hung him out to dry. I didn't want him to do that. He's his own man. I don't give a fuck what he does.
Yeah, Jada's a cunt. And I say that the harshest possible way it can be taken. That's right, cunt.
I hate that word, but it is fitting. So I'm letting it pass.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No.
Say it. We're not moving on until you say cunt.
Like that she is, or just in general, just the word?
Both.
Jada Pinkett. I can't do it. It's a gross word.
Say it.
Jada Pinkett Smith is a cunt.
Yes. All right, and that's tonight's episode.
Shut up. We're 19 minutes deep. You can't call it.
So, we are 19 minutes deep. Let's keep this moving on.
Now we can move on.
So the other thing that's been going on in the news is the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing. Mainly, I've seen the little snippets.
I've been more up to date with this. Do you want me to give a little background?
I think a brief background. I think most everybody knows.
Of course they do, but that's not the point. This is a fucking podcast. And we don't know when people are listening to this. 10 years from now, and they're like, who's Johnny Depp? Is he that? Like,
we'll never reach that point. Johnny Depp is like...
It'll be more like, who the fuck is Amber Heard?
Honestly, I had no fucking clue who she was until the trial.
She wasn't anyone.
I had no fucking clue. And I've even seen pictures of her in costumes and shit for movies. I'm like...
No. Anyway. So, yeah, they were married, divorced in 2016?
16 is when she filed.
Well, that's, they got divorced like 2015, 2016 time frame. They weren't married long, few years. She's claiming he abused her. So one, she went and did a, what do you call it? A co-op, or not a co-op, a op-ed. an op-ed, like an article written with a celebrity regarding a specific whatever. This one was about domestic abuse. There was lots of references to Johnny Depp, but she never actually called him by name. So he was and then somehow someone told the paparazzi to be outside the courthouse when she went to file a TRO, a temporary restraining order against Johnny Depp. And there was pictures of her with bruises on her face. And
you mean makeup? She
was taking pictures in the courthouse while waiting to fill out the proper paperwork. So it was a big fucking show. So Johnny Depp lost a lot of contracts, including Pirates of the Caribbean. He got pulled from all of that. And so he was.
Sorry, Pirates is not Pirates without Depp.
Exactly.
You can't have Pirates without Captain Jack Sparrow.
But he lost everything except for who's the perfume people that
Dior.
Yes, Dior. That's right, Dior.
Dior, whatever.
Dior was the only one that stayed with him. Literally, almost everything else got pulled. So he
I don't
was
wear
out.
cologne, but I'm about to just because they.
He was out like
stuck with him.
Tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. Who knows? So he was suing her for $50 million for defamation of character. Really, he didn't care about the money. He still doesn't. He wants to clear his name. He wants everyone to know he did not abuse her in any shape, way, or form. So that's why.
What is
and then she's countersuing for $100 million.
Yeah, she's absolutely fucking retarded
for mental anguish.
She's made like $3 million in Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's another kind.
Do you know how much she made out of the divorce?
What is it, like 17 or 7 mil?
7 million.
7 million.
That she was supposed to donate, that she promised she would, and
she hasn't given a penny. But regardless the turnout, which I guess they're supposed to find out the verdict like any day, or any hour at this point.
They've been deliberating for days.
It is unfortunate that even presuming that he's found not guilty and innocent of all this shit, that's still going to be a cross that he has to bear forever. There's still going to be the people that are like, oh yeah, he just got off because of who he is, and still believe that he is an abuser or
things like that. Unfortunately, follow you. They do.
All the personal stuff that came out in this very, very, very public trial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I talk a lot of shit about celebrities, but there are certain things that I do believe, even if you're a celebrity, should be completely off limits to the public. And a lot of the conversations and events that happened in their life that were made public should never have.
Yeah.
And I think it's an embarrassment of our society. It's an embarrassment of our justice system, and it's an embarrassment of the media system.
Yeah.
The fact that all of this stuff has been brought out, because there's certain things that should be personal regardless your station in life.
Okay. Agreed. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Everyone's been a drunken asshole. For those that are on the podcast, we just both raised both of our hands. Everyone's been a drunken asshole. Everyone's had their drunken asshole moments. Or just blow-ups. Like one of the blow-ups she recorded and claimed abuse, which he never even hit her. His mom just died. And his mom was physically, I don't know if you know this, his mom was physically abusive to him.
To his dad.
Yeah. So, and to him to some degree. So it was a mixed emotion of guilt, and like he was happy she died for a second there. And so he had this mix of emotions, like I'm a terrible person, and grief and everything. And so that's why he was doing all of that. And it was like, and to turn that around and use it in a trial against him, I think that's one of the low blows in the case for sure. So
it is. I really, really hope that everybody in the jury has good vision, because it is very, very easy to see that she is just acting. Her crying with no tears, and the fact that I've only seen, like, I don't follow the trial, but I watch the reels and clips that people post on various social media.
Yeah.
And especially the funny ones, like where
Jason Momoa ones, y'all, that's not real. Stop that. You know how many people I've had ask me about that? Oh man, and Jason Momoa was, and I'm like, Jason Momoa wasn't there. That was just off.
This smoothie is delicious, by the way.
babe.
It's really good. I'm really trying not to get brain freeze like you did. But I mean, I don't want to go too in depth about the Depp Heard thing. There's been some great memes, and I definitely appreciate that. I love some
I
good
will say
funny
this:
memes.
one, they were toxic together.
Yeah.
Obviously, obviously. Do I think he was abusing her? Nope. Do I believe that she was abusing him? Yes.
Absolutely.
She has so many recordings admitting to hitting him, decking him in the face when he was trying to barricade himself in a bathroom to get away from her. And she kept knocking on the door. So he like opened the door. It like slid against her toe. She knocked the door. He bent down to check her toe, bangs the door into his head. He stands up. What the fuck? And she punches him in the face. He's calling her out on recording. What the hell? Why would you do this? She's like, I'm so sorry. It was an accident. He's like, decking me in the face. She goes, no, that was done on purpose. Hitting you with the door was an accident. He's like, so you hit me in the face on purpose. She's like, I'm sorry though. And then she's on the stand trying to turn around saying, no, y'all misunderstood. It was an accident, me punching him in the face. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. And the lawyer's like, so he scrapes your toe, you hit him in the head but then deck him on knee-jerk reaction. Like that was way after the fact. It wasn't like it happened immediately that he decked him. But yeah, so she's
just a bad
so
person.
many recordings of her admitting.
Well, apparently, she had dated Elon Musk in the past, and somebody else that was super famous. I can't remember who, but
she did date Elon Musk after Johnny Depp, actually.
And I guess they've had some choice words as well as far as how psycho she is.
There's rumors that her and James Franco were seeing each other while she wasn't even divorced yet.
James Franco is another person that just gives me the EBGBs because apparently, like he's
a terrible person.
He likes 12 and 13-year-old girls, from what I understand.
Well, I don't know. He had those lawsuits against him with those college students where he was forcing them to do sexual acts. So yeah. So
it's like everybody around him just completely just like
once
they found out,
they disowned him.
They're like, oh no.
I mean, even like the people that were like Seth Rogen was a very loyal friend, and he has nothing to do with him anymore. That alone speaks volumes to me.
So I think I'm done with the Depp and Heard, and
we didn't really talk much about it. I mean, there's much.
I don't know. I'm just there. Well, there is a lot about it. But it's like how much can we really, how much attention can we really give these people? How much of our attention do they really deserve?
You know why I'm fascinated with it?
Why is that?
It's like watching a train wreck. It's that.
But you hate train wreck TV shows and movies. You won't. You're like, I won't watch that.
Morbid curiosity. No, I don't like train wreck like the whole time. I mean, it's like that morbid curiosity of like, I want to stop watching this crazy, stupid shit. I can't. Like, this is the first time I've ever had a messenger group, but based on one.
Wait, you're in a messenger group for the.
Oh, you want me to show you?
Yes.
Okay, now I gotta
stand by.
It is called the Johnny Depp Trial Clips Group.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Look, it goes on forever. See?
A little bit of me just died.
Look, see, it keeps going.
Oh my God.
No, it just keeps going.
Okay, okay. So some
of them are clips, TikTok. Some of it's really funny. Some of them are clips of the trial. Some of it are just comments, whatever. But I've actually gone to a Johnny Depp Amber Heard viewing party. We watched part of the trial. We had a little brunch. We had mimosas. It was really fun.
Yeah, Jason mimosas.
Oh,
that's such a stupid joke.
Shut up.
Retarded.
I heard a lot.
This is what you tune in for. So I want to, okay.
Thank you, Whitney, by the way, for having that party. It was really fun.
So I have to say it. I'm not going to spoil anything. We saw the new Top Gun that just came out.
Yes, we did.
So when I first heard that they were going to be making a sequel to Top Gun, I'm like, yeah, fucking retarded.
Yeah, we were
so
nervous.
So sick of sequels. Everything's got to have a sequel. It's just like, God, come up with something new.
Yeah.
And then I guess because it was supposed to be released 2 years ago, and it's just been like postponed. I guess curiosity finally got the best of me. I'm like, I want to go see this goddamn movie now.
And it's actually called Top Gun Maverick 2020. You see it on the posters. It says 2020 because that's when it was supposed to be released.
But I'm not gonna spoil. It was fucking amazing.
And those that don't want to see it in theaters, you're fucking stupid. Yeah, I want to go see it in 3D if I have a chance. I might get motion sick, but it is amazing.
Did they have it in 3D?
I don't know. I'm just saying if they did.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
But
yeah, this is definitely one of the movies you want to see on the big screen.
They have an IMAX in Corpus, but that would be interactive. That would be cool.
We go to the movies a lot though. But we have a locally owned movie theater here. We live in a suburb of Corpus called Calallen.
Yes.
And they have 2 different theaters, one here and one in Aransas Pass, which is over probably about 40 minutes from here. And the tickets are like half the cost of what it is for like the big like corporately owned theaters. I can take
AMC Cinemark theaters,
like I can take us 2 and the 3 kids to a matinee, get like 2 large popcorns, all of us our own drinks, and everybody candy for tickets and everything for under $100. For a family of 5, for that to happen at a theater these days, is unfucking heard of.
I mean, usually the tickets actually the matinee. I think it's what $25 for all of us to go.
Yeah,
see
for all 5 of us, it's $25 to see a matinee.
Yeah,
which is, and their matinees last until like 4 o'clock. So it's not like old matinees used to be until like just 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yep.
So I definitely appreciate that. So that's a free shout out to Movies Inc. in Calallen and Aransas Pass, Texas. Plus,
speaking of which, I need to go talk to them tonight about having Nolan's birthday party there.
Yeah, that.
We want to have a movie theater.
What other movies have we seen recently that caught us by surprise?
I'm trying to think what movies we've seen in a theater recently. I took the kids to see The Bad Guys. Shoot, there was something else.
The Lost City.
The Lost City.
For being a rom-com.
That was hilarious.
It was actually pretty damn funny. I could appreciate it.
I went and saw it thinking, this guy, no, he'll never, it's not his jam. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, dude, you got to see it. It's funny. Channing Tatum makes fun of himself, which is very endearing. So we went and saw that. It is really funny.
Oh, what was the one with Nick Cage that came out about a month ago?
Oh my God. Yeah, that one was good. I was so surprised. I thought this movie is going to
I cannot remember the name
suck.
of it. It's like a 12-word
about
title.
Nicolas Cage. Like it's about him. It's about him.
I really appreciate the fact that he owns the stereotypes
Let me
and rumors that are to go around about him without giving any spoilers. But he's portraying himself in the theater, and the dude that plays the Mandalorian, what the fuck is that guy's name?
That
guy.
Hold on.
Is like a super fan, and they
here it
have
is.
their little adventure.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talents. Or something like that. The Unbearable, and then that is Pedro Pascal, who is the Mandalorian, who's also one of the main guys in it.
Don't want to give any spoilers, but if you get the chance to watch that one, it had like 112 minute runtime or something like that, and of the 112 minutes, 109 of them I was side splitting laughing.
Yeah, it was.
It is
funny.
fucking hilarious. And
what's messed up? Not my jam, but man, it was.
I went in there with very meek expectations. It was more of an opportunity of us to go be husband and wife out of the house instead of just mom and dad, which if you're married and you have kids, is something you definitely need to do.
I was really just trying to be supportive, but it was actually really funny and I was glad I went.
But yeah, it was just an excuse for us to go on a date and as husband and wife, you need to do that. You're not just mom and dad. Remember that. You're not just mom. That is literally, somebody told me that at one point earlier on in our relationship when we were having struggles, and when I actually like paid attention and tried that, it was legitimately 100% literally life-changing.
Yeah, I completely agree. Since we started dating again, we've been way happier as a married couple. Like I still want to kill him, but usually it's like smaller amounts of time.
There are more humane ways of killing me now.
I might pick up the pillow, but I don't even walk to his side of the bed anymore.
Oh, she only puts a pillow over my face to kind of protect me from COVID. and monkeypox
I
because she
don't.
loves me.
I only sharpen the knives like a quarter of the time now. It's like not even that big a deal.
Get away from movies. There's
I stopped slipping rat poison in your food, so it's cool.
I watch probably more TV than I should, but I work so fucking hard and I do so many different fucking things that when I do get to watch TV, that's all I want to do is just plop and watch.
Yeah.
But I started watching this new series and then I made her start watching. I started watching from the beginning. We haven't finished it yet, but it's what was that? The Love on the Spectrum.
Oh yeah, we just started.
It's
that
on
last night.
Netflix. It's
autistic.
I am generally
people trying to find love.
Yeah, I am generally anti-dating shows like The Bachelor, Bachelorette. Fuck all those guys. You're all a bunch of stupid idiots, and I hope you all die of chlamydia.
Joseph Dean,
Like,
you don't
very
actually
painful
want them to die.
Yes, I do. All of them.
No.
They're all whores and
You don't
sluts.
stop it.
But this one, yeah, it's
whores and
younger,
sluts. Whores and sluts because they're going after one person. Like you banged a lot of people before we got together. Who said
I'm
that?
a whore and slut. I mean,
Yeah.
reformed, but
I'm not reformed. I'm reformed. I'm just kidding. I'm just slutty with you. That's all.
yeah, it's good. It's good. I'll chalk it up as a win.
I was like, why did you look at me like that?
I'll chalk it up as a win. But so basically, it follows a handful of people who are on various areas on the spectrum. Obviously, some more socially awkward. I mean, I'm not gonna mince words.
Some are a little more where it's more difficult to tell initially that they're autistic, and some are like borderline non-functional. So
yeah,
they're kind
but
of
they're all in their
variations
20s,
of
30s.
such.
There's even a guy in his 60s,
Yes.
and they're
Who was
going
just
on
diagnosed.
blind dates. Most of them are going on blind dates with other people on the autism spectrum.
Yes.
I really enjoy it just because
They're childlike.
yeah, seeing their childlike innocence, it's something that I really, really fucking envy. It's like and not being so jaded and cynical about everything. And you know, obviously it's a defense mechanism that's built up over time.
It's actually really cute, and like some of it's so awkward, but not at the same time. It's like borderline cringy, but it was somehow works, and it's really cute. And some of them are just downright hilarious. Like I don't know if they're meaning to be funny, but like they're just so charismatic in their own cute, adorable like way that you just can't help it. Just like I love them so much. Like there's two characters on there that I'm like, I love them. They're amazing.
Loves them lots.
I like yeah. You want to kiss a girl? Yeah.
It's if you want something that's just completely without any agenda besides just being entertained and watching something cute and innocent.
Yeah.
Watch it, check it out. And of course we're not being paid for or sponsored.
Of course not.
By the,
if we were, I wouldn't be on this. I'd be like, fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm rich now.
Just something we enjoyed. Obi-Wan.
Oh no, we'll get into those in just a second because there's a few. Oh, I guess we'll go ahead and talk about them. So the Star Wars universe people. We realized a lot of Star Wars fans hadn't watched The Mandalorian, and then of course the Kenobi just came out. So we wanted to give like a generalized take. So I'm gonna do The Mandalorian if you want to do Kenobi, like the generalized feel. We're not gonna ruin anything, I swear. Okay.
We can't forget the Book of Boba.
The Book of Boba Fett. So if I had to describe The Mandalorian, I would say you take the original 3 episodes, which is 4, 5, and 6. You take the original episodes, you mix it, and you take a Western.
A 70s spaghetti Western.
70s Western, like if you take a John Wayne flick and the original 3 and you combine them, and they had a really hot, sexy baby. I know I just called a baby sexy and hot, and I've done that before. I'm sorry. Like a grown-up baby. That's what it is. It has a Western gunslinger feel to it. And so to me, it's like, I love it. My dad is all about John Wayne. I grew up watching John Wayne movies. So to me, I love it so much.
I would say it has more than it's definitely the Western feel. I agree with you on 100% on that. I say it's more along the Clint Eastwood era of Westerns. Good, the bad, the ugly.
I could see that. I could see
that. It's more that than it is McClintock.
Okay, that's one John Wayne movie.
No, I'm just saying without listing 1,000 John Wayne and 1,000 Clint Eastwood
I mean,
flicks.
I can see that, but
But definitely
it
has that
still-
Western
It still
feel.
has the Western feel
Yeah.
mixed with the original 3 Star Wars, which are my faves. So, yeah, I think it's amazing. I definitely recommend it. Problem is, I've recommended it to people and they still haven't watched it because they're like,
They got burned out on
I
so many
guess.
movies
I
that
guess I don't.
when Disney took over, they were putting on a
There
movie a
was-
year.
Yeah, there was
And-
a
and
lot, and not
Solo-
all of them were winners.
Yeah, Solo almost ruined it for
looking
me.
at you, Solo.
Yeah. But then you have the Book of Boba Fett, which until I sat back and I kind of thought about it again, I really didn't like it.
I don't.
But I think I was going into it expecting that Western feel and that same feel as you got from The Mandalorian.
But that's the thing.
It's more of, I think it's more of a Kung Fu style as far as,
Yeah, which I don't really like.
I'm not a big Kung Fu
Kung
fan,
Fu-
which I think is why it didn't translate
The
with me.
episodes
but
I did like had
with
the
Mando,
Mandalorian
yeah.
in it. So to me, it's like I just like them. I just like Mandalorian. I don't really care for the
But
Book of Boba. I'm gonna continue on watching it though.
I think it was the genre style that is what made it not appealing to me versus
I
The
liked
Mandalorian.
learning his backstory.
But yeah, the storyline is great.
Which
It's
we're
just,
not gonna,
it's just
like I
the
said, we're
feel.
not gonna ruin anything. But they do get into the Mandalorian's backstory. So between episode, what was it, 5, 6, where he's dropped into the Sarlacc pit, and
Yeah.
and now it tells you where he's been and what he's been doing, which I really appreciated. I liked that. I liked that story because it was like, how did he survive to become, So it was really good.
And then we just started watching Obi-Wan. There's only been 2 episodes by the time this podcast
Yes.
airs. There's only 2 episodes out. And so far, I've said I'm a fan.
I am too. It's moving
slow.
a little slow still because they're just doing the introductions and backstory of where he's been for the past 10 years. But overall, he almost has this tortured soul aspect about him, and he's working through some stuff. And I actually like that. They're adding
and it's Ewan
a
fucking
lot more,
McGregor.
and it's Ewan McGregor. So
If-
they're adding a lot more dimension to Obi-Wan, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, if they hadn't had Ewan McGregor come back for it,
I
it would have
wouldn't
been a complete no-go.
And Hayden Christensen is coming back as Darth Vader, and I really appreciate the fact that they were using the original too.
And I'm really intrigued to
the
see
Book
how
of Boba Fett was using the guy who played the Boba Fett in episodes 1, 2, and 3.
he played Jango Fett,
or
the
that's what I
father.
meant, Jango,
where
well,
the
and
clone.
Boba Fett, it was a clone. So
Yeah,
you know what I meant.
But
So I appreciate the fact that the Star Wars universe is bringing in those characters that we know and love, and continuing on with them. And I really do appreciate that about them, because if they had recasted Obi-Wan, I don't think I would have watched it. It just wouldn't have felt the same.
I'm pretty intrigued to see
Like
how
that
they
Buzz Lightyear movie that's coming out. If you aren't going to use the same fucking character, if you're not going to use Tim Allen, I'm fucking out. No one else is Buzz Lightyear, so suck it.
Yeah, that whole Buzz Lightyear thing is just.
Sorry. Go
That's
ahead,
horrible.
baby. What were you saying?
As I said, I'm totally intrigued to see where the storyline goes, to where, it's 10 years after Luke and Leia were born,
Yeah.
and all that shit. Or no, not Luke and Leia were born, but what?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So it's between episodes 3
Yes.
and 4,
Yes.
which is roughly an 18 to 20 year time frame.
Yeah. So right smack dab in the middle.
And it's right in the
Yeah.
middle. And they're supposed to have Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But their paths are never going to cross because they hadn't seen each other since the epic battle.
When does it ever say that?
In other canon books.
Okay, that's a book.
But books that are canon, it's kind of.
Let me explain this to everybody. There is the Star Wars universe, and there's books, there's almanacs, there's all these written things of that true 100% storyline, and I'm not negating those. However, there is the movie storylines that have been modified from the original. So if you have never read any of the things, you're just following the TV movie storyline, nowhere do they discuss that. So nowhere has it been determined if they're going to have that interaction in between. So I still kind of hold out hope that they will have like an epic moment in it. They have not discussed it. We're not ruining anything. We're not getting into it. but I'm gonna hold out hope that they're gonna have that moment.
A New Hope. That was unscripted humor.
Hey, baby.
Thanks for the setup,
After
babe.
this, you want to go have a Rise of Skywalker?
Can I go to the dark side?
Sure. I'm all about the Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. So moving on.
So other shows that we've been watching is the next one I'm going to talk about is The Rookie. So we've been watching that
Which is an older show.
It is, but we are watching it. And so it is he's what, in his 40s?
Yeah, it's Nathan Fillion, who was Captain Mal from Firefly,
Yes.
Serenity.
So he's in his 40s and went to the police academy in his 40s. So he's like the oldest rookie in history. So he's got that different dynamic where he's got life experience and is trying to, learn the ropes of being a police officer in Los Angeles. And it's really funny.
It's a cop drama.
It is a cop drama,
but
and
lots
it's
of
really
humor.
engaging, and he's really funny, and I like it.
It's completely unrealistic with how many firefights there are and all that shit.
Obviously,
but it's a fucking TV show.
It's dramatized because it has to, because that's how they get ratings. But
overall,
I
love
like
the humor, and it's a different kind of humor. It's
and the relationship dynamics that they have are very realistic, I believe, because it's like the rookie and T.O., the training officer, and their banter and stuff. I think it's pretty legitimate.
So as we're going along, we haven't said this yet. Put the movies and TV shows that you watch that we need to watch, your recommendations in the comments, because I can always use new stuff to watch, because I don't get anything to watch without Kat, because she ends up taking over whatever I'm watching with me. But she watches all this other shit that I can't fucking stand. And I don't have.
Oh, you want to get into that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so one that I don't think JD would complete. Okay, well, all right. One, Bridgerton. Bridgerton is based in like old England, and it's like romance, and it's based off these romantic novels. It is amazing. There's sex in it. It's like filthy novels, like totally right up my alley, because that is the type of novel I do read. I love reading romance novels. It is a freaking passion of mine. So if there's any ladies on here and you have a good recommendation for a romance novel, do not give me Nicholas Sparks. I need penetration, people. I want a good book. Nicholas Sparks can eat a dick. I don't like his books.
A family-sized bag of dicks?
Exactly. So The Notebook, are you kidding? I don't even like the movie. Ugh, I don't care. Anyway, so give me your recommendations in the comments. I'm all about that. So they've only made 2 seasons. I, of course, binge watched both seasons. So I'm have to wait for the next season, and then it's by sibling. So it was the daughter, one of the daughters, the second oldest child, and now it's the oldest brother who just had his season. So the next one's going to be the next brother. So each is based on the siblings of the Bridgerton family. I also watched The Great, which is a very, very, very loose interpretation of Catherine the Great in Russia, and it's actually very hilarious. Completely filthy. They talk about anal.
So you just like watching?
No. There's
porn.
No, this is like really filthy. Like really filthy. Like,
so you like watching porn?
It's not them having sex. It's just the talk that. Anyway, you would actually like this show if you would give it a chance. I know you would. But it's because the king is like, he's dumb and he makes stupid decisions and he hurts people on
like
purpose.
A regular leader politics.
Yeah, and he's hilarious. That's what I said. It's her story, but he's like he's one of the primary characters because he's the emperor of Russia or whatever. So, and he's just a mess, and he is a lot of fun. So I'm watching that. I have not finished that yet. The other 2 that I watched without JD. JD doesn't agree with, because it's more LA drama with people with
oh god, that one.
So there's Selling Sunset, which is about selling houses, which really I was just interested in the houses, and of course you get involved in the stupid drama and you're trying not to, and it's like a guilty pleasure type of show.
Imagine Jersey Shore as real estate agents
with way more plastic surgery.
Yeah, and yeah.
So I started watching that to see how much houses go for, really, and I was just interested in that. And then, of course, I got involved in the drama to the point that I started another show based on LA and everything, which is Bling Empire,
LA.
Which is Asian. It's all Asian, not it's rich Asian people in Los Angeles, and it's their stories. It's a group of friends, and it's fascinating to see what they frivolously spend their money on, and I just really got hooked on that. There is a little bit of drama at that, but more so it's just a bunch of rich Asians living their best rich Asian life. And
all these
good
TV
for
shows
them.
are a detriment to true wealthy people.
But there's a lot of plastic surgery in there too. I was like, what? Everyone in LA is just plasticked out from head to toe.
You know what? I
You're saying you wouldn't get any. Is that your biggest thing? Is the plastic surgery how fake they are? Is that?
No,
what
they're
your thing
just
is?
fucking fake personalities, and then they get all this fucking fake
Did you hear
body parts.
Did you hear Daniel Tosh? He's like, yeah, it's nice to live in a city because he lives in Los Angeles where you can have your outside match your insides. Fake.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh
well,
shit.
It's these people. They have fake tits, fake ass, their waistline augmented, their nose done, their ears
Their entire
done,
face augmented.
their
Man.
cheeks, their chins, all this shit, and they're still not happy with themselves. I mean, there's some serious mental illness going on.
That's true.
And body dysmorphia, to where if you can have that much fucking surgery, you know what? It's your own fucking body. It's your own fucking money. I just think you're absolutely fucking retarded, and you need to look inside and see what the fuck is wrong with you.
I have never hidden this fact, but since I've lost the weight, I have a lot of extra skin on my stomach that I want removed, and I want my boobs back. When I lost the weight, I was a D. I was almost a double D before I lost the weight.
When you were nursing, you were definitely a double D.
I was like an E. So I lost the weight, and now I'm like a BC. Like I'm like a C cup as opposed to. So it's just a mental thing. I worked my ass off to do this. I want to treat myself, and I want to get this, get the tummy tuck, get the mommy makeover, get the tummy tuck and the boob job. Besides that, maybe I would get Botox, but that would be more so because of the extra skin on my neck and stuff. It would tighten it up, and basically, I don't look at me like that. But you have concerns with me getting plastic surgery?
Yeah.
What's your biggest concern?
That your tits are gonna look all fucked up, and then I have to live the rest of my life looking at fucked up tits, and it'll be hard for me to.
It would be hard for you to what?
No,
you tell me.
If it would fuck up my attraction to you because you got a botched boob job, would really fuck me up.
You wouldn't be attracted to me anymore?
If your boobs were all fucked up?
Oh my God. If I had the Tara Reid titties?
Oh God. Hey, at least I'm honest with you about it.
That's what you're worried about. So you like my boobs the way they are, you're fine, no big deal.
I'm fine.
Even though they're like half the size they
I am
used to be.
fine with you exactly how you are. And that's not a political answer. I'll tell you, if you got fucked up tits, it would seriously.
But see, then that puts pressure on me. That's like a burden on me. I might not like your titties, and I might not want to fuck you. That's mean. I told you, fine, let's just.
It's a legitimate issue, though, and it's a legitimate concern, and I'm being very honest with you about my concern and how it would go.
Have you seen my mom? She got her boobs done. They're pretty nice.
I have not seen your mom's boobs.
So you wouldn't get plastic surgery, not one thing. Not that you need it. You don't need it.
I think the only thing I would do is get my hairline back where it used to be. I used to have such great hair.
I want my boobs back where they used to be. I mean, they're where they used to be.
Yeah,
I just want this size.
I can't get a bad hairline. I mean, it can't get worse.
I don't know. If they fuck up your hairline, I might not be attracted to you anymore.
But that's the thing. I don't need surgery for it. I just need to get like the what is it?
I don't want to be fake,
pills or
though.
shampoos
I don't,
or whatever.
I don't want lip fillers. You can get lip fillers and they look good. You can get lip fillers and they don't. You've got a shelf.
I've seen people
face.
with where it looks like they look like Simpsons characters.
They
do. Get so much.
No, have you've seen Nightmare Before Christmas, right? The doctor where his mouth is like this. So funny. See, there you go. No, don't. No. Dudes are getting lip fillers.
Have you seen the lip fillers where they make it like stars and shit? Where they
yes. Oh, it freaks me out. It's so gross.
It makes your mouth look like a chocolate starfish.
Look at it, like a booty hole.
Yeah, it makes your
mouth
look like a butthole.
Well, on that note, we need to play out so we can go eat dinner.
Yeah, we do need to eat
now.
dinner.
Once you start to talk about mouth booty holes, you gotta cut it.
Well, thank you for tuning in and dealing with us sober. This is us completely 100% sober. It's something you don't see all the time.
We're hanging out with a couple of people having dinner last night, and they were like, "Is this what your podcast is like?" And I'm like, "This is exactly what our podcast is like." That's
exactly what it is. But thank you. Make sure that you go and check out all of our old episodes. We're getting ready to have a mass drop of, I think, 8 or 9 episodes fairly quick on all your favorite podcasting platforms. And YouTube, just look up Southpaw's Tales from the Barstool on whichever platform you want to use.
Yeah, man.
Make sure that you do share each one that you download.
Share,
and
follow,
like,
all of that good stuff.
Make sure you go check out all of our sponsors, especially 5x5 Brewing at 5x5brewing.com. Thank you guys. We got to get out of here. I got to get ready for work and we got to eat. So